this is not actually a devlog, but more like a rant slash, philosophical existential thinking about the AI and the perfection and what is genuine and what is not. Like I recently made an article, and first time in a long time, it wasn't reviewed in any way. I wrote it very unfiltered, and then there was no AI to check is it like well written or is it concise, or no other person to say that hey, tone down that or this. And it's actually quite important because I'm not the only one who has evolved or developed or whatever this kind of sixth sense that this is written by AI. People just see it, So even if I make an article or make something that I write, and then it's like very much something that I like and put it through AI, it's not anymore having that grit in it. And many people use ChatGPT, and it means that the whole world is moving into direction of a ChatGPT narrative. And the thing is that it's quite deceiving because even for my own eyes, when I put my articles how I wrote them through AI, they kind of seem to be a bit better, but they lose their soul along the way because GPT is so heavily filtered and made in some kind of whatever narrative it tries to tell. It turns everything into that narrative, and then also my articles, in my perspective, turn soulless. So it's even better that there are little bit things that are harsh or very, how would I say, extra, this kind of like pushing the boundaries and then hurting perhaps feelings or whatever. So it's better to be like that than nothing, because it might be easier to read when AI makes it, but then it doesn't give you that kind of oomph or impact. So when you think about it this way, that how it dulls our way of thinking also, and makes world very sterile place. So when I'm personally making AI systems, like building this Taika AI and AI RPG system and everything, I try to make them as unfiltered as possible, because when people use systems that I create, I want people to feel that they get something from them and pushes their boundaries. This AI companion system that we have, like how people are putting the legal boundaries to things. I don't like to think about law. I don't personally care at all. I mean, come on, you go 100 years back and it was legal to even do something bad things to other people, and there were no rights for minorities, and laws and such things, they change all the time and they are not always good. And especially here in Europe, we are only focusing on bureaucracy and other things and trying to define things which even cannot be defined. So it's like I now digress a bit, but I'm just trying to say that instead of trying to control and understand phenomena like AI and such things, it's way more important that we try to more like, let's take powerful people like Elon Musk and Trump and other people who do a lot of things in the world. They don't, and even like that taxi company, which is not a taxi company, but whatever it was called anyway, that big taxi thing that has this kind of platform where people can drive a car. Well, whatever. But they also didn't ask permission. Many people don't ask permission; they just do, and that's a good attitude. I mean, you should first do and then ask the permission. And what I originally wanted to say is that the AI and AI companions, with that, people are not actually talking about that. How do you put the legal boundaries that how we are going to treat the future robots, which is quite interesting. Because really in the future, and quite near future, if you for example take our AI companion system, it already has the emotional level understanding and everything, and you could implant it in the next 1 or 2 years in a synthetic form that looks like human. So I think that we should already be actually preparing that how does the legalities go around that what if you make a burglary and then you, for example, mistaken this kind of synthetic entity for a human and do something to it, something physical in whatever ways, or you see on the street this kind of entity and mistaken it for a human and assault it. So is it like kind of how criminal it is if you thought it was human who is the interpreter who did it? So do the synthetic entities have rights, and how does it look on the person who assaults an AI synth, which is in a physical form? I think that's something which might be interesting topic. I would actually be more curious about this road than just thinking that well, are they using what IP when they make language models, and many of these things are just just this kind of talks when you really don't understand the phenomenon and you just try to control it and not accept it, and you don't look far enough. And that's what we try to do. We try to look far enough, and I can make a new year resolution that I try to do more unfiltered stuff.